Uh-oh, one bag's empty. Other bag still got one in it. Yep. Hey everybody, how? There's 327. Then trying to, might have to get out another pail of solvent and fill that up again, and I forgot to get the valve cover clean, but I got that busted one. And you can see it's dark, and I just checked the weather state. Now, squirrel's sick at school. Mom told her to take aspirin, and kind of pulling up for right now because see, I got one set on there. I cleaned up the deck and that, and I took that old valve cover, set it on there just to help protect things, but said 12:45, so that means another 10 minutes. They said there was a storm coming, producing diamond nickel size hills, but I think it's going to miss us. But at 1 o'clock it shows more, so I don't know what I want to do. But yep, he's got those heads looking brand spanking new. Look at that. So yep, I am going to go get the bolts, start getting them threaded down in there. Because here, this one's a short. Where is it? Oh, there it is, short. Well, I should say medium, long, and then all the outside ones are longs, then the mediums, then the shorties. So, I think I'll go get that. And what, being that you're working with aluminum, don't forget to put a assembly lube or some oil or something under the head of the bolt so it doesn't grab on the aluminum when you're torquing it down and giving you false reads. But it was nice and cool, and now I'm just sweating, just leaning over talking to you guys, so my eyeglasses are fogging up already. But alright, okay, to clarify, there's the long, here's the two shorts, or the mediums, and here's what I'm calling the short ones. They go up here. So, and the medium ones go right here in the corner, and the rest of those are all long. So, alrighty, I'm gonna start putting these things in. I got rained out. Didn't get the head bolted on all the way. But I used this torque wrench, and I found out something with this torque wrench. I'm gonna this one here is good to 100 foot-pounds, and I learned on one, it's good. Touchy, it's trying to zero out. Okay, and it's good for 360 degrees, which I kind of don't get that, because when I used this on something, it took a couple of times, we were doing the second torque at 90 and it kept red lining, and I'm like, what? So I started all over, and that finally figured out the bolt that I was tightening, the second 90 was going over its torque range, because when it flashes the degree, it flashes you the torque that you set. So this one is good to 100 foot-pounds. So if turning your bolt, if you gotta go through and do it twice, that second 90 might go beyond the range of this torque wrench. So that's why I used This one, the big 1/2" one, set that to 90 and did that with that, and boy, it went lickety split. The head's bolted on, it felt good, and I found out I am dealing with first design bolts. That's the bolts we're dealing with, the long, medium, shorts. And torque sequence on that is 22 foot-pounds the first time through. Then you go back through and do the big bolts, all the M11 bolts, all of them 90 degrees the second time. But the third time through, you do the bolts 1 through 8 to 90, and then 9 and 10 are the medium ones, medium length, that are at the front and rear of each cylinder head, is 50 degrees. So then that's done. Then you jump down and do the M8 bolts. Those are just 22 foot-pounds. But yeah, that's the first design sequence. The second design, which they're all long, and then the 5 short ones, is 22 foot-pounds, 90 and 70 degrees. So yeah, you can't use second design bolts on first design motors. So yep, driver's side's head's all back on. Now to get the exhaust and all that, and temp sender transferred over. Yeah. But the rain has now stopped me, and it's very humid. I mean, just leaning over to look, they haven't even done anything physical. The glasses are fogging up. It's just miserable here. So yeah. And then save some time, I ran them down with this, but on slow speed, just till they touched, so there was no torque on the bolts. And I also learned too, I got dang lucky, thank God this wasn't aluminum block. I know a lot of, I never thought of it either. Here, let me put these down. On breaking these bolts loose, when I take off the other head, I will do it by hand, break them loose, because it says if you use an impact on the aluminum blocks, you either will break the bolt off, take the threads out, or make the threads bad enough that you can't torque the head down. So I say, oh, well, that's not good. So that means I better look down in the bolt holes, make sure that aluminum block I got didn't have that done to it. So I guess taking the LS motors apart, you should actually break them loose with your hands, your breaker bar and that. Once you got them broke loose, don't full rev it if you got a variable speed. Well, actually, just take them all the way out by hand. If you choose to do it the other way, that's at your own risk. I don't. So yeah. A little more touchy than normal 350s. Yeah, right now would have been the time if I had any lifter clatter or anything, I would have fixed that, because the lifters would have been right there. But that motor sounded great. It kind of sucks taking off the cast iron heads, but after seeing how bad the driver's side gasket was and that, I'm going to probably do a complete system flush on this and get all that stuff out of there, and get her cleaned out, call it, and get it back to the deck spool. I've had good luck with the deck spool. It seems like when I put the green antifreeze in, I've had troubles too. But now they got the stuff that's one color, it'll work with all colors. Okay, whatever. So yeah, I guess I'll move back into the shop here, do some more putting away and cleaning, and trying to stay cool. Yesterday I tried going all day without, I went all day without any Advil or anything. I'm not doing that again. And yeah, I take that, give it about an hour, sit here, think about what I'm going to do for about an hour and a half. The medicine's kicked in, and boom, I'm going. But I can tell when it starts wearing off. But yeah, so we got one down, one to go. Just, I don't know, I just can't believe the troubles I've had with this thing, but hopefully they're going to be behind us now. So anyway, I guess I'm going to mess around here in the shop. Maybe I'll work on the 327, get the soft plugs in it, that way I can get it upright. I'll get the soft plugs in it, get the motor mounts on it, roll it upright. Maybe I'll get her on the engine stand and continue to move forward on that. I got somebody kind of interested in that. I kind of wish they would have been interested in it before we put it together to this point, but I'm going to go ahead and break it in this way. And as they might be interested in it, but I'm going to have to switch cams, which means the oil pan is going to come off, the timing chain cover is going to come off, and the intake has got to come back off. But if it's a sale, it's a sale. I'll do what I got to. So, alright, well, so yeah, that's what I'm trying to clean up. I'm just bored. Bored, tired, and finally cooling off. So yeah, yesterday, I really don't know what I did to my elbow. I really don't. All I know is I ended up on the shop floor, and I think I was on the shop floor longer than what I thought, because I got extremely hot yesterday, and I laid right in front of this old squirrel cage, and then I played hell getting off the floor, but I got up. Today, so I'm eating a lot less, and doing okay. Anyway. Oh yeah, look outside. Raindrops ain't as big as what they were, but we don't want to see your butt cat, but yeah. I'm down to inside again. I don't know what's been going on. Yesterday, no. I just got really darn tired right about this time, and it's about 3 o'clock. And so I've tried something different today. I finally broke down. I've been eating breakfast, I've been eating some lunch, but trying not to eat as much as normal. So I've taken less insulin to start today. I ate lunch, took some more insulin, and here I am. I'm getting that feeling of just needing to just collapse. It's getting to where I eat and I start feeling sick. This morning I had a coughing fit so bad that I thought I was going to end up passing out on the floor, and I couldn't cough anything up. If I did, it wasn't much. And I ate, I felt miserable. The rain, I don't know if it's all weather related or what, but man, I'm getting tired of this. So, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, we're down to having to get the passenger side head off, and it's raining, so I'm thinking about messing around with Mama Bear's motor, get the soft plugs in it so I can get it mounted on the engine stand. And that's one less thing for me to be pushing around in here too. One of my buddies keeps telling me, oh, you're getting older, you need more naps. The hell too, I don't either. I can't handle sleeping this much. Drinking water, ate vegetable beef soup, it all went down good, and now I'm just like, I'm out of test strips, so I really don't know what blood sugar's running. I guess I'm going to have to figure out how to get some, so I can, when I get filling like this, I gotta see if I'm low, I'm high, or what the numbers are doing. I just don't know. I just can't figure out what's going on. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, rain. And the good thing is we're down to 65. It's kind of starting to feel good here in the shop, so I guess. Ah, here we go. Trying to remember where this energy stand came from. It's from the 327 guy a couple years ago. Springy guy. remember how I do that. Last one I did off camera. It's on there right now. Just like that. Like that, we're got her on there. Okay. Days like this is where I shed a little couple of swamp. But there you go. The 327 is now on the stand. I got the soft plugs in, the drain plugs in, front, back, or front, and sides. I gotta do the back ones yet. So now it's on here, I can get to them easier. So there's the kit. It's dark back here, ain't it? Sorry. Let me go turn on some light. Help any, I hope. Yeah, that's good there. No. I'll tighten up the motor mounts. I'll get the headers hung on here and all that stuff, and less stuff to trip over in the shop now. Whew. Looks pretty good up there. Let's see, we put the wide spreaders on there, so kind of anxious to see what this one's going to sound like. That's right. Ah, you guys want to see the motor more than me. So, sold my extra water pump. I'm going to have to get a different one now. Oh, yes. Get this one all rigged up, and gotta get a harmonic balancer for it, which I'll probably get that coming. And yeah. Here's my little lift plate I made. Another one. Well, I don't remember which intake it was. I figured out I needed one that was wider. I think that's for the spread bore. Yeah, spread bore one. So, yep. And I got rained out on the snowball. The mom bear called me. She said, "No, I'm not throwing lightning bolts at you." There's one that hit pretty darn close. I seen the flash, and it wasn't. Maybe 5 seconds later, it reported it was close. So, yeah, I kind of wanted to get this off that engine stand, and it's a lot easier to roll it around on here. And like I said, it gets the headers up off the floor now, and all that good stuff. I kind of like those. I'll ever pick those out. She wanted them on her motor, so. I'm ready to hear this one fire up. I don't know about you guys, but anyway, I guess I'm just going to keep messing around out here at the shop. Like I said, I want to get the headers hung on here. I think I got to buy a new starter too, because big block we use the guy's mini starter. I think the starter I've been using for this thing is shot, so I got to get a new starter, harmonic balancer, and water pump, and a few things, and we can get her running. Then to find a home for it. Kind of got one in the makings, but we'll have to see how everything goes. Yeah. At least I got the driver's side head on the white truck, so that's all sealed up now, except for the spark plug holes. Which I'm going to go ahead and put new spark plugs in it since I put new heads on it. And that, you know, that's what I was going to say earlier too. Working on that LS, I hate to say it, doing head gaskets on one of those is a lot easier than doing it on this, on the small blocks. A lot less bolts, a lot less things to mess with. So the nice thing about it is these new LS motors, they're non-adjustable rocker arms, so you put everything in, torque everything to spec, your valves are set. So I like how he did a really, really nice job on those heads. They look like brand new, actually brand new heads. But the downfall, the difference between having more bolts and more things to undo on the small blocks versus the LS, it's still cheaper to do the old small blocks, even if it takes you longer labor-wise. Because the gasket kits and that for these LSs are just outrageous. So a year ago, this motor was sitting on a guy's garage floor, missing 2 rods, and he thought he had something special. He said, "Oh, we turned it into a 327." I don't. I said, no. Oh, that's what he said. Oh, we made it a hot rod motor. We put a 327 crank in it and rods. And I'm like, oh, and pistons. I said, so you made a 327? Well, no. It's a 350. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And luckily, pistons were bored small because they had crap pistons in it before. I mean, the finished bore on this was like 426. Well, the pistons I got were true 30 over, so he says I got lucky. He says whoever bored that motor before, they didn't bore, they honed it. It was, he got her straight, and I checked it. It's nice and straight now. So he says at the bottom was squeezing the skirts on the pistons. I'm like, really? So yeah, he's like, it wasn't good. So now we got to turn it over nice. Mama built it. Now we're going to have fun with it. I know I've had a couple people say, why'd you go back to orange? Well, that's what Mama Bear wanted, and that was the majority vote. And this ain't going in no show car. If it does, you can always touch up the paint later, but yeah. Getting there. We're getting projects done. That's all we can do. So, anyhow, it's on the start stand. It's going to be the next one to come to life. And I'm hoping to do it yet this week. So we'll get some plugs for this thing, and because I got the carburetor, it's probably still got gas in it from the 454. I know it'll bolt onto this intake. I've got the carburetor. Somewhere is my HEI that we pulled out of the big block. I don't know where I threw that right now. I really need to do some cleaning. And you know, guys, I've got a ton of cranks. I've got a ton of extra parts, and I get this white truck done going. I might just say that with it and back the door up and fill it up and go to the scrapyard. I don't know. I'm really thinking I'm going to have to switch over to all LS stuff here eventually. So I see my camera keeps auto dimming and darkening, and I don't know why. But anyway, we're just going to keep going, keep plugging away. And I can see the point behind some of you guys saying these LS motors are ugly. Yeah, they're kind of ugly. I mean, because with the small box, you can put chrome valve covers on. You can custom make valve covers. You can do anything. Those LS's, you're pretty much stuck with what they got. Of course, you can send the valve covers off to be polished or something special done to them. But you're not going to change that big bulky intake. You're not going to change, I mean, even if you put headers on it, it still don't look like the headers off a small block. I mean, yeah, it just, they kind of lack personality, but what they lack in personality, I guess they make up in horsepower. So, anyway, everybody, 327's on the stand, so stay tuned, and we'll get Mama Bear out here and we'll have her fire it up. So, anyway, I want to keep messing around in the shop. See you guys later. Have a good one.